Hi guys, hi. Welcome back to Story Time with Gina Ruben. Yes, guys, this is my channel, Gina Ruben's channel. And if you haven't subscribed, it's time enough to subscribe. Please subscribe, like, and share this video, and leave your comment below. You guys, subscription is so free. Subscription is free. Please subscribe, like, and share. So today we're going to be talking about a very sensitive topic, very sensitive one, because most people go through this kind of situation that you just keep calm and they are obviously crying in silence. They're just there. People are dealing with them and they're just managing the whole situation. And thinking about the African culture and how families react to separation or divorce, or you leaving your husband's house, or the man leaving his wife, and all of that. There are lots of things that comes up with it. Lots of dragging. You were never a good wife, or you were not a good husband. You were not responsible enough. That was why your wife left you. You were not good enough. You were not faithful enough. That was why your husband left you. Maybe you couldn't cook. Lots of ups and downs. Lots of might that people used to say concerning marriages. It's only best for you to talk about marriage when you are already in it, because if you've not been into marriage, you will not know what to say about it. And if anybody told me that marriage is this sweet or marriage is this bitter, I swear I would still be single. But to God be the glory. We are grateful to God for how far we've come. So today I'm going to talk about things I've been seeing. As a married couple, you get to meet some other marriages, so many other people, and hear stories. And I'm this kind of person that people just tell me their stories as if they know I need the stories to boost up myself or to come talk about it. People just keep telling me things about themselves and their experiences in marriage. I have a friend who said her husband do not eat one particular food twice. Neither does he eat soup that she puts in the fridge. She do not refrigerate her food. The food has to be freshly cooked at all times, morning, afternoon, evening. Even if he is to eat at midnight, the food has to be freshly cooked that midnight. And I'm like, what sort of thing is that? In this present generation, she said that's what she's been experiencing, that it's not been easy with her. So when she was saying it, she was feeling so bad. I'm like, wow, it's your cup of tea. I did have a father who loved to eat freshly made food as well, but not like that. He can eat refrigerated food, but he do not like to eat the same food twice a day. Like if he's going to eat yam and sauce in the morning, or tea and bread in the morning, the afternoon should be yam and sauce or something different, or something heavy, then later in the evening. So just 3 types of different dishes in a day. Not like he would be like, if you prepared the stuff yesterday and you refrigerated it, it's not going to eat the next day. It's not possible. And we get to see a lot of other husbands who are just being so mean. Some men are so mean. So like now, there's a woman whose husband pretends on the outside. Like if both of them are outside, now you see the love, you'll be like, oh God, I go love, oh. You'll be like, this marriage is so sweet. He's my wife. He's always talking about his wife. He doesn't want anybody to come close to his wife. Everywhere he finds himself, he's just saying, my wife. My wife. Even when he's having a conversation with his friends, my wife. But guess what, guys? The wife we hear outside is not the same wife we see in the house. Because the guy is like a tyrant in the house. He's like the opposite of what we are seeing on the outside. This guy does not give his wife space at all. He wants to guard everything she does, including her phone. He wants to check everything that's happening in her phone, the calls she makes, the people she speaks with, and everything. In short, everything about her belongs to him, including her funds. Because these days, women don't need to joke with their monies. The things have become so expensive. You want to buy this, you have to take permission from husbanding. She has to take permission from her husband to buy anything. He checks as far as the thing she buys for herself. Anything she buys for herself, he also wants the same thing to be bought for him. If she buys a shirt for herself, she must buy a shirt for him. If she sews a new apparel or new attire for herself, she has to sew for him as well. If she buys a new pair of shoes, she has to buy for him as well. If she doesn't buy all of those things, now big wahala. My people, what do you say that she should do in such a relationship? The said guy doesn't even want his wife to be speaking to her family members, don't talk to this person, don't talk to that person. Peradventure, maybe she makes a call and he discovers that the call is a call connected to her family members. Maybe she's talking to her parents or her siblings or anything. The next thing he begins to film up, stop talking to this person, stop talking to that person. So she complained to me, and I'm like, I was surprised, because if you see them on the outside, I used to wish, I wish my marriage was as sweet as this. Is the way this guy adores this girl. She's always like looking beautiful, looking chummy, like my husband, my wife, and the way she even talks about, because according to her, that the guy used to school, that you don't need to talk about me, you don't tell about me to your friends. So she's always saying my husband, just the way he used to say my wife, everybody. If he wants to introduce her to everybody in church, meet my wife, she's this so person, he wants to say all the good things about her. But the moment they step into the house, the guy is a different thing altogether. He changes automatically. He change, like complete change. The guy wants her to serve him with water on her hands. All those archaic and olden days ancient pattern of marriage. That's the kind of marriage the guy likes. Serve him with water on her hands. He checks everything, even while she's in an environment. Maybe they went out, maybe they went to church, or they went for an occasion. He checks everybody she's speaking with. If he sees her speaking to any guy, a problem, he doesn't mind. He can even embarrass her in front of the guy. Or sometimes, the moment they get home, or he will just come and drag her out of that guy's hand. And the girl will be like, this is just a friend, maybe an old friend, or schoolmate, secondary schoolmate, or university schoolmate, or any of those mates, that you've met. Some of you can even be primary school mates. Yeah, I'll be like, no. How can you tell me that guy is your friend? Why was he looking at you like that? Somebody that hasn't seen you for a while, and you guys just met again. Why was he looking at you like that? Is somebody holding hands with you? What kind of a handshake was that? Like, whoa. When you hear people's story, your mind goes strong by force. So when you hear the things that people are going through in marriage, you'll be like, wow, oh my. I don't get it. So you don't have to talk to your friends again. You don't have to say hi to your male friends because you're married. Is that what marriage is about? Does marriage limit you from being close to your friends? And the one that even annoys me the most was the one that she said he doesn't want her to be talking to her family members. I'm like, what kind of a man does that? Meanwhile, he freely talks to his family members, calls them at will, anytime, midnight, daytime, anytime he wants to talk to them. He talks. She never complains. She says she never complains. It's never her business. This is your family. Before both of them met, the guy had this family, and before both of them met, she had a family to deal with. She had people were always there. And the thing that in this marriage, if anything happens to you, your family is even the first people to come for you. My dear brothers and sisters, this video is to all of you that are married out there. Do not let anybody that comes into your marriage or comes to marry to disorganize your relationship, the relationship between you and your family. Any man or any woman that begins to tell you, don't speak to your family, don't speak to your brothers, don't speak to your sisters, don't speak to your mother, don't speak to your father, such a person do not mean well for you, no matter what. Meanwhile, the person comfortably does the same thing to her own or to his own people, speaks to them normally, does whatever he wants to do with them normally, but you shouldn't. He's trying to cut you off completely from your family, so that when it gets to a point where you're vulnerable, you know who to run to. My dear brothers and sisters, do not allow anybody come into your life to scatter the relationship that you and your family shares, because your family remains your family. If anything happens to you, your family is the one that will feel it the most. If you pass on to that as a woman, the man will marry another woman within a twinkle of an eye. And if you pass on to that as a man, after some years, she will mourn you. She will eventually get married to some other man. So please, be guarded. Hold your family tight. Love them as supposed, but don't do too much. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Bye.